Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the Combiner Wars Blastoff figure. Now, they all come with one of these stupid feet things. We've seen these before. They're nothing new, so we're not going to focus on these at all. All the time we'll look at them is in combined mode, and that's going to be brief. That'll be briefly. So this is the Firefly flight mode. Or mold, specifically the slingshot or quick slinger retool of that mold. Now here's where I get a little irked. Okay, so I get the fact that they didn't want to do a space shuttle because that would require a whole new mold. That would require them to have two new molds in one wave. That's just obscene to think about at this time. But all jokes aside, I can get behind the idea of having a fighter jet in the Combaticons. Blastoff is a space shuttle. Okay, now if you're gonna do a whole new alt mode for a character, why not do what you've done every single line? Every single wave thus far. You have Superion, he had Alpha Bravo. You had Minosaur, who had Off-Road. Defensor had Rook. The wave 4 was just crap, and now this one, and you have a Blastoff, but he's not a space shuttle. So it's like, why didn't you just call this guy somebody else? Even keep the same paint scheme, and just name it something else, like Dirt Storm or something like that. I don't know. Anything. It's just that bugs me. What bugs me more is if you're going to use the same exact mold, at least give him a different freaking head, because this is not Blastoff's head. Blastoff had a visor and a mouth plate. This is just a repaint of Alpha Bravo, or not Alpha Bravo, of Quickslinger. So there's no effort done here, and that's what irritates me. It's like, you could have done something here that I would have been okay with if you had either given him at least Blastoff's head. Then I could be like, well, it may not be a space shuttle, but at least it's Blastoff as a jet. Or give him a whole new name, maybe a slightly different paint scheme. Either way. So I don't know. That just bugs me. I just wish they would have gotten at least something right somewhere. Anyway, all that aside, let's take a look at the figure. You can see already we've got a little bit of a wiggle waggle there. Shoulders feel a little loose. For all of you guys that say there's no such thing as mold degradation anymore, they've engineered it out of the Combiner Wars line. Voila. So shoulders are pretty loose. But other than that, real quick, Nick sent these to me for review, so thank you, big thank you to Nick. I'll get these back to you as soon as I can. So anyway, back to the figure. So we've already seen this, so we're not going to focus too much on it. He does have a rifle, which works. It's got this gunmetal on it, which is nice. I like it. You can tell it was just gray plastic and they painted it. So that's nice. I appreciate that. Head is on the ball joint that's cut to the back, so you get the full up motion. Left, right. It's got the brown plastic. It's got kind of like a purplish visor and a black face. Again, had they just retooled the head, well, no, just new head. Hell, just, what? I would have been happy if they would have just done the original head on this thing. That would have fit better. I mean, seriously. All right. Anyway, shoulders have a hinge up here. Ball joint here. Like I said, it feels a little loose, not too terrible, I guess. Swivels right above the elbow. Ratcheted elbow goes all the way forward, back. Waist swivels. There's a thigh swivel, bends at the knee. Knee feels a little loose. And nothing at the feet. So yeah. Same mold. We've seen it. So let's get into transformation real quick. Rotate the head around. Flip the nose cone up, just like so. Split the leg like this. This will rotate her in. Collapse it together. Do the same thing over here. Yeah, the Firefly head was more like more like Blastoff than this head. So it's just, I kind of wish they would have gone with that instead. I just would have felt better about it anyway. If you're gonna make Blastoff a jet, then make him look like Blastoff. If you're gonna go with a just random jet with a random head, make it a new character. You've already done it before, so. And there you go. There he is in jet mode. It's the same jet mode we've seen, so there's nothing too spectacular here. Looks good. Like I said, I'm okay with the fighter jet being in the in place of Blastoff, but like I said, you gotta either do one or the other. You can't kind of try and half-ass it. You cannot half-ass it. And it's really sad because, like I said, I keep saying this. This is not a very long video. But, if they would have used the Firefly mold for it, then... And it's like, that would have taken no extra effort. Unless that head's completely mold degraded to the point where it won't work anymore. So you just lock those legs back together, and there you go. Yeah, we've already done the size comparisons on these guys again before, but we'll do it again real quick. So here he is with this Classic Seeker. So he's too big for the Classic Seeker. He's probably more in line with the iGear Seekers. Just given the cartoon episode where Starscream was taller than him. Here is the Leader Class Seeker, who's too big for him because they don't know how to scale figures in their own line. Here's a Legends Class figure. That looks good. One thing looks good. And just because it's a combiner and I've got him sitting here he is with Scrapper, and that doesn't work, and he's one of the smaller of the Scrappers that I have, because here's the other Scrapper from the same line. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's these guys do not scale together, so, and they're in the same line. Anyway, done with the scale rant. He's got some good paint details. Is this purple paint? I can't remember. It looks like plastic, I would say. But he's got this gunmetal here, the temple graph there, nice yellow paint there, good purple breakup there. The see, this arm doesn't have that. It's got a little bit of the wiggle, not as noticeable as this one. You got a good paint job there, little dent in the plastic there, and then they painted over it, so that's probably a mold degradation there. Air bubble got caught in the plastic, so poor quality control maybe. But yeah, all in all, here he is with the Shockwave. And I'd say if you only had the money to buy one figure, be it a $10 or $15 one, I'd buy the Shockwave. This guy, for me, I'm gonna say he's not very good. For many reasons. The paint is good. He looks decent. But ultimately, he's not Blastoff. Because not just because he's not a space shuttle, but because of the head sculpt. So that's my biggest issue. You know, had they gotten the head sculpt right and the alt mode wrong, okay, you know, I would have forgiven it. If they would have gotten the alt mode wrong and the head sculpt wrong, but painted it differently and named it a different character, I'm all right with it. But this is just half-assed. Really, just half-assed. You know, a friend of mine, he always says that the head sculpts are what makes the figure, and if that's how you feel, then this is definitely not the right figure for you. Because this is not Blastoff. It doesn't feel like Blastoff. Doesn't look like Blastoff. It's just not Blastoff. So, for a rating, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. Yeah, it's a mold we've seen again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and we're going to continue seeing it over and over and over and over again because they ain't anywhere near done with this yet. But because they botched the head sculpt, it's nothing new at all. Absolutely nothing new on this thing, and they botched the head sculpt, so it's ultimately only reason why to buy this is if you're buying the whole set. That's it. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. Only reason why to buy it. So yeah, there you go.